Well, let's move now to where risk management sits in an organization. And I'll turn to you, Ann Chalmers. Who's holding the hot potato of risk in a company?
Well, traditionally, risk management is held by the risk manager, and depending on the organization, that risk manager may report in to a treasurer, a finance person, or legal head. But in reality, the more sophisticated industries, the risk manager has a direct line to the C-suite at an executive level, which is critical in today's environment of risks that are global in nature.
So as I understand it, traditionally, risk managers have been downstream of the executive function. As you mentioned, they report to finance or legal. But you're making the point, I think, that today it's time to put them at the big table. Why is that?
Their voice really needs to be heard as they are considered a subject matter expert. And so to be at the table, to be able to discuss an organization's business issues, that may be something that the executive level doesn't actually see on a day-to-day basis because it's occurring at a manufacturing plant or at an organization within the organization overseas or somewhere else. And so that voice of expertise can be heard, can campaign for budget money or other resources to help deal with the implications of what that risk issue is.
Right. Andy, we was talking earlier before the cameras were rolling, and you mentioned, the cognitive problem of seeing risk on a spreadsheet when we really need to be seeing risk in the field. Can you tell us a little bit about what you meant by that?
As much as it is important to be able to communicate the risk message at the executive table, being able to have that up and down the entire stream of the business is super important. So the people that are actually doing the work understand the overarching business risks and how they play a key role in helping to mitigate those risks is super important. And oftentimes those messages don't get down to the people that are actually doing the work day to day.
Help me illustrate that for me. How does that actually happen? Are we talking about a technician working with a saw blade or some other industrial component? What exactly do you mean by that?
Absolutely. A single risk like around a saw blade failure could be a $5 million business impact. They may not understand the overarching business impact because it's now taken down the entire line. So getting them to understand that their job is super important and that they're a critical success factor in the chain of risk is something that's not done well today.